Hello everyone, I am Professor A.B. Zanzad from Kekewa College of Agricultural Engineering and Technology Nasik, working in Department of Irrigation and Drainage Engineering. Today's my video lecture on the selection of site and recognition survey for the lift irrigation scheme. So we will start the lecture. So basically for site selection, the location of sites for river pumping stations like are depend on the site specific requirements of the pumping systems. Sites for the lakes or reservoir or other intake structures are governed by the factors such as shoreline, topography, unstable soils or rock, depth of water, aquatic growth, fish protection, and surface trash. And then for the rivers, the factors include their flow characteristics with special reference to scoring or deposition of bed or bank material. Then the distance from unstable channel, reaches, adverse effects of nearby bridge piers or other hydraulic structures. Then the stability of river banks, the location of river bends, and the hazards from the floods. With such a wide range of river types, the stages of river flow and sediment carrying capacities, and the scale and nature of the pumping schemes, there cannot be any standard design of intake to suit the widely varying river characteristics. Basically, for the selection of site, we will consider the following points. First, the soil survey is conducted by the boring and pile testing to know about the foundation depth which is required in the lift irrigation scheme. We will require it in the design of intake well, sump well or jack well and the pump house, also the distribution chamber. Then the sufficient basin area should be available and the capacity must fulfill the required demand. If our water source is lake or dam or any river, then its basin area should be known. The site should be easily accessible. The materials and labors should be readily available. The allowable bed slope should be maintained as far as possible in the canal. The structure should not submerge valuable land and areas in the proposed lift irrigation scheme. The HFL, that is high flood level, and the LWL, that is lowest water level, are recorded based on the old observations. These observations are basically taken as the 10 years old data. The marking of cultivable command area, which is mainly fit for the cultivation of crops. Then the pillars are constructed on the both banks of the river and they represent the center line of irrigation project. Similarly, pillars are constructed to mark the center lines of headworks for both bank canals. Boring is done along the center line of irrigation structure to determine the depth of foundation. A permanent benchmark is created and its value is noted by connecting it to nearby GTS benchmark by the fly leveling. Then the plane table survey or prismatic survey is conducted on the both sides of the alignments up to 100 meter and route survey map is prepared with the plane table survey. Then the longitudinal leveling is conducted with an interval of 20 meter. Then the cross leveling is conducted with an interval of 100 meter. The permanent benchmarks are arranged with some interval gap along the alignment. The water table level is studied on both sides of the alignment covering up to 200 meter. Then the soil along the alignment is surveyed. The details of road and railway crossings are noted to design the cross drainage work which will be included in the lift irrigation scheme. At the river crossings, the cross-section details of river are noted. The cross-sections of river are taken on both upstream and downstream sides with the covering of 500-meter distance. The drawings are prepared for all the maps and cross-sections. Then the estimate sheets are prepared For earthworks, compensation for the lands. To get more videos related to agricultural engineering, irrigation engineering, and related to agriculture, subscribe the channel Agroneers. Thank you.